Hello, my name is Patrick Kenny, and I'm the CEO of Northwest Career College, or as we refer to it, NCC. Welcome to your new student orientation. We are so thrilled that you have chosen NCC as the place to pursue your academic goals. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey filled with opportunities, growth, and countless memorable experiences.
We rock with the flock.
Okay.
We rock.
I said we rock.
We rock. We flying up. We taking off. 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 I'm flying. We winning. I'm flying. We winning. I'm flying. We winning. I'm flying. We winning. We flying up and we taking off on the runway and we peeling off. I paid the cost trying to be the boss.
Hi, welcome to New Student Orientation.
Now, before we get started with your presentation, I'm going to ask that you pause for just a moment and reflect on why you decided to come to school here. Go ahead and write this down and keep it very brief. This is going to make it easy for you to remember your why. This is going to be very important because even though this is an amazing journey, there may be some times when things get a little challenging. And when you come across these challenges, the best way to push through them is to remember why you decided to come to school in the first place. You can hold on to that reason all the way through the moment you walk across that graduation stage. Now that we have that reason in the front of our minds, it's time to start our official orientation presentation. So one more time, I want to welcome you to NCC. To kick things off, I want to start by introducing someone who has been the cornerstone of our institution's success and growth, and whose educational philosophy still guides us to this day. Our founder, Dr. John Kenny, opened this school in 1997. Back then, it was called Northwest Massage School. Dr. Kenny had a vision for this school, and that was to create a learning environment where students felt supported to pursue their educational goals and become employed in their fields of study. Since that time, NCC has expanded and now offers 17 different programs, including 5 degree-granting programs, and we're still growing. It was because of Dr. Kenny's unwavering dedication and effort that this vision turned into the incredible institution that we are all part of today. Now that we've met our founder, it's time to meet NCC's executive board. What makes our board unique is that it's made up of all of Dr. Kenny's family members. As you can see, I'm one of these board members, and my siblings and I make up the rest of the board. Each member of the board brings their own distinct expertise to their position, and we all have a common goal: to ensure the success and well-being of our students and our community. You'll probably see us around campus one of these days. We're around a lot. So if you ever need anything or just want to stop by and say hi, we would love to hear from you. Next, I want to take a moment to review a very important topic that will have a big impact on you as a student. NCC's programs are set up as blended programs, and I want to take some time here to explain what that means and the impact it will have on you as a student. Enrolling in a blended program means there are 2 different ways that you, as a student, will engage with your program's curriculum. The first way is online. All of our programs have an online component. The amount of online content varies from program to program, but every one of our programs has online content. This can include things like audio lectures, online learning assignments, discussion boards, and quizzes and exams. NCC's online content was developed with our students in mind. We know you all have busy lives, and it's not always easy to fit full-time school into the mix. So this model allows you to complete a significant portion of your coursework at home on your schedule. Maybe you work during the week and you need to get most of your coursework done on the weekends. Maybe you have kids and you need to get your work done after hours when the rest of the house is sleeping. Now, just to be clear, this online work is not optional. It is a required part of your program, and you need to set aside this time to have success in your courses. So, start your planning now and make sure that you set yourself up for success by having dedicated time to set aside for your online coursework. The second way you'll engage with your curriculum is through interactive hands-on labs. These labs may be on campus or in an online virtual setting. These labs are structured so that our students can practice the most important skills that they need to know as an entry-level professional in their new career. We want you to get comfortable performing these skills so that you are prepared for the moment that you need to go out into the field and become employed after graduation. I hope this gives you a good understanding of our curriculum model and a good idea of what you can do to make sure you benefit from the curriculum that we offer. Blended learning really is a two-way street. Our dedicated staff and faculty are here to guide you with knowledge and provide you with the support you need throughout your program. That said, these outcomes do depend on your personal achievement and the amount of effort and commitment that you're bringing to the table. Education is not a passive process and requires your active participation to make it work. And we are here to support you every step along the way. If you're interested in learning more about any of our programs, NCC posts outcomes data for our students on its website, northwestcareercollege.edu. On the website, you can find many important consumer disclosures that are made available to our students and members of the public. Thank you so much for your time and attention during this part of the presentation. We'll be passing things over to another member of our executive team. Congratulations once again on your decision to join the NCC family. I look forward to seeing you around campus soon.
Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Stephanie Kenny, and I'm the Chief Academic Officer at NCC. I'll be leading you through the next part of our orientation today. And this part is a bit more interactive, so please make sure you have your cell phone available. I'm going to be taking you on a tour of the NCC app, which is one of the most important resources you have access to as an NCC student. So, to get started, we need you to download the NCC app. Go to your app store and search NCC app. This is the image you're looking for. When you first open the NCC app, you'll be asked to log in. Now, this next step is really important, so listen carefully. When you get to this screen, you must click Log In with Google using the blue button. Don't try to sign in with an email and password down below. It won't work. Once you log in with Google, you'll need to choose what account you want to use for your login. You need to select Use Another Account. Then, you log in using your new NCC email address and your initial password. Once you log in for the first time, you'll be asked to change your password, so change it to something you'll remember. Awesome, so now you should be on the home screen of the NCC app. I mentioned earlier that this app is one of the most important resources you'll have access to as a student. On the app, you'll be able to find your digital student ID, you'll be able to pull up maps of all of our campuses, you can review your class schedules, find an employee directory, and request IT support. And new features are being added all the time, so check back in to see what's new. For today, we'll be going over a few of the most important features, starting with your digital student ID. To access your digital student ID, look to the bottom left corner of your home screen, and you will see an icon that says My ID. Click on that icon. This will open your digital student ID. On this screen, you'll find your name, your program, and your NCC email address. Now that you're a student, you get access to all sorts of discounts, so be on the lookout and remember to show this ID to get access to your student benefit. From here, let's navigate back to the home screen. For our next stop, take a look at the My Campus section and click on the Facilities tile. On this next screen, you can find information about each of our different buildings, including their addresses, hours of operation, and locations on a map. This will be important if you ever need to find a specific building on NCC's campus. In addition to finding your classes on campus, you can also find computer labs and break rooms at several of our locations where you can study. We also have student printing and free Wi-Fi available on campus. Now, let's head back to the home screen again, and we'll take a quick look at the parking page in the My Campus section. This page will take you to a map of the areas where you can park when you're visiting our Las Vegas location. During peak hours of the day, these parking lots can get pretty full, and it might be tempting to park in a parking spot that belongs to one of our neighbors. But even though it's tempting, please don't do it. These no parking zones are highlighted in gray on the parking map. Anywhere that's highlighted in green is a place where you can park. The parking lot can get a little busy right before and after classes. So to help with that, NCC has dedicated drop-off and pickup locations on Smoke Ranch, right in front of our main campus building. If you're getting dropped off, please use these drop-off and pickup locations. It'll help with congestion in the parking lot, and even more importantly, it'll save both you and your driver quite a bit of time. Next, let's move to the My Contacts section and select the Employee Directory tile. This is where you can find the phone numbers and email addresses of our NCC team members. If you ever need to get in touch with someone specific at NCC, this is the quickest way to find their contact information. We're now moving on to the My Academics section, which can be found back on your home screen. In this section, select the Class Schedule title. This will take you to your class schedule. Your most up-to-date class schedule can be found in this section of the app. You can see a calendar view of the month, and any dates that have a light teal box over them are the dates when you have a scheduled class. If you click on one of those light teal boxes, it will turn dark teal, and the details of that class section will show up at the bottom of your screen. So now you'll know the date and time of your class session, what building it's in, and what classroom it's in. So, depending on what program you're in, you may have classes that are happening on campus, and you may have classes that are happening on Google Meet. This is how you can tell the difference when you're looking at your class schedule on the app. If your class is on campus, it'll have the name of one of our NCC campus buildings listed. If your class session is on Google Meet, your building name will say Online Class Session. If you have questions about your schedule as you're getting ready to start school, you can reach out to your new student advisor. Now, I'll be taking a short break from the app for a moment to talk about some other important student resources. You can find direct links to these resources by navigating to the My Resources section of your NCC app. You should have received a copy of our digital toolkit flyer, which provides the login information for each of these platforms. You'll learn a lot more about Canvas on your first day of class, so we won't go into too much detail here. All you need to know today is that Canvas is the platform you'll use to access your online portions of your courses, the ones that we mentioned earlier in the presentation. You'll also communicate with your instructors through that platform. In addition to using the login information on your digital toolkit flyer, you can also log into Canvas by logging in with Google, just like you did to log into the NCC app. Gmail is how the NCC team will communicate with you, and it's essential that you check your email inbox regularly and respond to important messages. The school catalog provides information on our school policies, student services, financial guidelines, and program requirements to help you navigate your educational journey here at NCC. Another important section on the NCC app is your My Career section. This section connects you with important resources compiled by your Career Services team that you will find useful throughout your program. It features information about your in-school externship and graduate advisor assignments, your externship start and end dates, the career pathways available to graduates of our various programs, and reasonable starting salary expectations for our various programs. Now, I'd like to take a moment to talk about technology. As you can see, you'll be using quite a bit of technology when you start your program at NCC. We want to make sure you can use this technology easily, so NCC includes a new laptop for every student who joins one of our programs. You'll receive that laptop on your third week in the program, once you have had the chance to confirm that the program is right for you. So that means you only need to figure out technology plans for the first 2 weeks of your program. And by week 3, you'll have a brand new laptop. We recommend that you have access to some sort of technology in your first 2 weeks, whether that be a laptop, a tablet, or a desktop computer you can use to complete your online coursework on Canvas, to check your emails, and depending on your program, maybe even attend a Google Meet class session. If you don't have one of these devices available to you, we have a few suggestions for how you can find one. First and foremost, each one of our programs has a laptop cart that has enough laptops in it for our new students to use during their first 2 weeks of class. you are welcome to come by before or after class to borrow one of these laptops and use it on campus to complete your work. I mentioned earlier that we have computer labs on campus, and this is another great option for you if you need to use a computer during your first 2 weeks of class. Computers are also available at your local public library. And remember, this technology only needs to be used in the first 2 weeks of your program. Once you attend your first 2 weeks of classes and complete your Canvas coursework, you'll be accepted into the program and you'll receive your inventory, which will include your laptop. The part about completing your Canvas work is really important, so please don't forget that part. Now, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about how you, as an NCC student, can get academic support. At NCC, we pride ourselves on the support we offer to our students outside of the classroom, and that starts with academic support. As a student, you have access to unlimited free tutoring. This can be tutoring from your primary instructor, but it can also be tutoring from the General Education Department, whose team members can support our students who need help with their writing or their computer skills. We even offer ESL tutoring for students who need it. And all of this is available at no cost. So please take advantage of these tutoring services. Even if you're doing well in your program, you should still try coming to one of our tutoring sessions. Learning one-on-one with an instructor is such a valuable experience for so many students, and I hope you give it a try. You can contact your new student advisor for more information. The next type of support our students can request is academic accommodations. If you believe you may be in need of some sort of accommodation during your program, and you want to figure out whether you're eligible, you can reach out to accommodations at northwestcareercollege.edu, and a member of our team will be in touch with you to discuss your accommodations request. And finally, I want to close out this section of the presentation by reviewing the types of support our students can receive outside of the classroom. NCC has a dedicated student services team member who is available to help with support our students need outside of the classroom. And you can reach out to them, you guessed it, by using the NCC app. So let's navigate back to the home screen of the app just one more time. Go to the My Services section and select the Student Assistance tile. This will take you to a form you can fill out to request support from student services. This includes support with things like transportation, childcare, food resources, and so much more. If you ever find yourself in need of this support, just submit the form on your app, and student services will contact you directly to tell about the support that we can offer. Or they'll refer you to the best community resources we have available for your situation. If you really aren't sure that NCC can help you with the challenge you're facing, I would encourage you to reach out either way. You won't know what's possible until you ask. During this next section of our presentation, we'll be reviewing some important student policies that you should be familiar with before you start school. Now, fair warning, this is not going to be a comprehensive list of all student policies. That can be found by reading the NCC School Catalog, which is available on our website. This is just a quick overview of a few very important ones. First, let's take a look at our uniform expectations. What do you wear to school on your first day? After you complete this virtual orientation, you should receive an NCC t-shirt. You can wear this t-shirt with jeans or other professional pants and closed-toed shoes during your first 3 weeks in the program. That will be your temporary uniform. You'll receive your official uniform on the same day you receive your new laptop, and depending on your program, you'll be wearing either NCC scrubs or an NCC polo shirt. Once you receive your official uniform, you are expected to wear it to class for the remainder of your program. Please take a moment to review some other key features of our dress code policy that are listed on this slide. A comprehensive list of these requirements can be found in the Professional Grooming Standards section of the NCC School Catalog. If you have any questions about any of these requirements, please reach out to your new student advisor for more information. NCC has specific guidelines for what hair colors our students can wear, and this slide illustrates those requirements. The top 3 rows of hair colors are considered approved colors, while the bottom row shows some examples of hair colors that are not approved. NCC maintains a policy about hair color that aligns with the policies that many of our employer partners have, and the goal of this policy is to get our students prepared for the expectations that many employers will have of them when they start working in the field. If your hair color is not currently in compliance with these policies, Your new student advisor can talk to you about strategies for how to get you there, so please reach out for more information. And one of my favorite policies, the cell phone policy. As a general rule, cell phones are not permitted during class sessions. This policy is in place to support you in your learning. You can't do a great job of learning while you're on your cell phone. This policy also aligns with the policies of many of our employers who don't allow you to use your cell phone while you're on the clock. We want you to establish good habits early on, and this is the best place to practice. If you have a special circumstance that you believe will require you to have your cell phone with you during class, make sure you reach out to your instructor right away to discuss the situation. This next policy is about immunization requirements, and it only applies to students joining our dental assistant, medical assistant, pharmacy technician, and radiography programs. If you're a student in one of those programs, you must submit proof that you've received the Hep B and MMR vaccines. These vaccination records must be submitted to immunizations at northwestcareercollege.edu within the first 90 days after your start date. And NCC will provide these records to your externship sites when you reach that point in your program. If you have any questions or need any support with getting your vaccination records, you can email immunizations at northwestcareercollege.edu, and one of our team members will be happy to assist you. I want to close out our presentation today with a few final notes about some cool student offerings. All NCC students have access to free CPR training while they're going through their program, which is an awesome benefit. Now, CPR training is a requirement for students in our dental assistant, massage therapy, medical assistant, pharmacy technician, and radiography programs. If you're in one of these programs, you'll automatically be enrolled in your CPR course. If you are not in one of these programs, but you're still interested in becoming CPR certified, you can reach out to CPR at northwestcareercollege.edu and we'll get you signed up. And one final benefit I can't forget to mention is our student clinic. As part of their program, our massage therapy students participate in a student clinic internship where they need to practice their massage skills on members of the public. And you, as an NCC student, can schedule yourself for one of these student massages for only $19. So come visit us at the clinic and experience firsthand the benefits of massage therapy. This concludes our orientation presentation for today. Thank you all for your time and attention. Congratulations again on choosing NCC, and welcome to the family. I can't wait to see you around campus.